Imagine a situation. You're in a group of friends or coworkers, and suddenly someone makes an offensive comment, a hurtful joke, or even a cruel criticism directed at you. What do you do in that moment? Freeze up? Respond with anger? Or try to brush it off and pretend you didn't hear? Receiving an insult, no matter how small, can ruin your day, affect your confidence, and even leave marks on your self-esteem. But what if I told you that it's possible to respond with confidence and intelligence? That you can turn the situation in your favor, maintain your dignity, and come out on top? Responding to an insult doesn't have to mean lowering yourself to the level of the person who offended you. In fact, the more you understand how to handle these situations, the more capable you become of maintaining your composure and not letting insults get to you. And the best part? You can turn these moments into opportunities for personal growth, strengthening your self-esteem, and even inspiring others. Today, I'm going to show you how to respond to an insult confidently and intelligently, using practical strategies that will help you stay in control of the situation without losing your cool or composure. Understand the origin of the insult. The first thing we need to understand when someone insults us is that, often, the problem doesn't lie with us, but with the person who delivered the insult. Think about it. A person who is at peace with themselves, who is happy with their life, is unlikely to go around insulting others. That's because someone who feels good about themselves doesn't feel the need to put others down. So, in many cases, the insult says more about the person who said it than about the one who received it. This is the first point we need to internalize. Don't take the insult personally. If you allow a hurtful comment to deeply affect you, you're giving that person power over your emotions. By understanding that the insult might be a way for the person to project their own insecurities or frustrations, you begin to realize that it doesn't carry as much weight as it seemed. Maybe the person who insulted you is going through problems, maybe they constantly need to assert themselves to feel better, or perhaps they just want to provoke a reaction from you. Whatever the case, when you understand that the problem lies with the other person, you stop feeling offended. A good metaphor for this is to imagine the insult as an arrow shot in your direction. You have two options. Let the arrow hit you or simply dodge it. When you don't react emotionally, it's like you're dodging the arrow. And in doing so, the insult loses its power. It doesn't affect you the way the person intended. This brings us to the next strategy. Stay calm and composed. Alright, you've understood that the insult shouldn't be taken personally. But what do you do in practice when someone offends you? The answer is simple yet powerful: stay calm. Yes, it seems obvious, but it's not as easy as it sounds. Our first reaction when insulted is usually anger, the urge to retaliate or defend ourselves. But when you respond calmly, you're actually showing that you have control over yourself. And that's a display of strength. Responding with anger or impulsiveness is exactly what the insulter wants. They're looking for an emotional reaction from you because it validates what they said. But when you react calmly, you strip away all the power the person thought they had over you. Now, how do you do this in practice? A good technique is to take a deep breath. It might sound cliché, but deep breathing is an effective way to center yourself. It gives you a few seconds to think before responding and helps prevent you from saying something you might regret later. Additionally, deep breathing calms your nervous system, reducing the tension that an insult can cause. Another interesting technique is to smile. Yes, smile. It can be a light, subtle smile, but simply smiling in response to an insult breaks the offender's expectations. They're probably expecting you to get angry or upset, but by smiling, you show that you're in control of the situation and that their comment didn't affect you. Respond with intelligence and humor. Staying calm is the first step, but how you respond to the insult also makes all the difference. A smart response can completely turn the situation in your favor, and here, humor can be your greatest ally. Humorous responses are effective because they disarm the offender. When you respond lightly, with a touch of sarcasm or a clever joke, you show that you're not taking the insult seriously. This makes the other person realize they've lost control of the situation. Plus, a well-humored reply can turn a tense atmosphere into a more relaxed one, and you might even get a few laughs from those around. This type of response shifts the focus away from the insult and shows that you're comfortable with yourself. However, be mindful. When using humor, it's important that it remains light and not offensive. The idea isn't to retaliate with another insult but to show that you weren't affected. This demonstrates maturity and emotional intelligence. Use silence to your advantage. Sometimes, the best response to an insult is simply not responding. Silence can be a powerful weapon because it demonstrates indifference. And indifference is something many people don't know how to handle. When you choose not to respond, you're implicitly saying, "What you said doesn't matter to me." This can be even more impactful than any verbal reply. However, here's an important detail. Silence must be strategic. It's not about staying mute and appearing hurt. It's about using silence with confidence. You can, for example, look the person directly in the eyes for a few seconds, smile slightly, and then continue the conversation as if nothing happened. This is incredibly powerful because it shows that you fully understood the person's malicious intentions, you're completely unbothered by what was said, and that their opinion is utterly irrelevant to you. Silence also gives the other person space to realize their mistake. Often, people who insult others expect an immediate reaction, and when they don't get one, they end up feeling uncomfortable. There's a good chance the person will reflect on what they said and may even apologize. Develop your self-esteem. To respond to an insult with confidence and intelligence, you need to work on your self-esteem. The more secure you are in who you are, the less others' insults will affect you. A person with high self-esteem knows their worth and understands that others' opinions do not define them. This means that if someone insults you, instead of internalizing it and starting to question yourself, you simply acknowledge that it doesn't define you. The foundation for not being shaken by insults is this: self-awareness. The more you know yourself, the stronger you become. Instead of focusing on your flaws, start appreciating your strengths. This will help you build a positive self-image, and over time, insults will completely lose their power over you. The way you react to an insult is a reflection of how you feel inside. The more secure and confident you are, the more naturally you'll react with intelligence and calmness. Responding to an insult with confidence and intelligence is a skill that can be developed. It's not about winning an argument or proving you're right, but about maintaining your dignity and self-esteem intact. The next time someone tries to insult you, remember that you have the power to choose how to react. And by choosing to respond intelligently, you not only protect your self-esteem but also demonstrate a level of maturity that few possess. Who knows, instead of leaving the situation feeling bad, you might walk away stronger, more confident, and with a smile on your face. After all, as the saying goes, the best response to an insult is success. If you're committed to your personal development and want to keep evolving and leveling up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Here, I always bring practical and powerful content to help you keep growing. And if this video helped you in any way, make sure to leave a like so that more people can be impacted as well. In the description, you'll find links to books that I've carefully selected, works that can completely transform the way you think and act. It's definitely worth checking out. And don't leave just yet. Take a look at the suggested videos here on the screen. They will help you even more on your personal development journey. See you there.